moving right along, we are now going to prepare
Potato kugel.
potato kugel as
Kugel.
opposed to potato kegel.
Kegel.
You say kugel and I say kegel.
You say kegel, then I say kugel.
Right,
Who
just-
says kegel and who says kugel?
Kegel is usually the Polish pronunciation, and kugel was more the Lithuanian or Litvish. But for our sake, we'll say kugel
I'm
because
used to
most
kugel.
people are used to kugel. So we're making potato kugel.
Potato kugel.
And our ingredients
Our
are?
ingredients are, I have 6 large potatoes,
Okay.
2 large onions, 6 eggs, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. I'm going to throw in some of our sautéed onions that were left over that we sautéed in the schmaltz.
Okay, schmaltz onions.
6 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, salt and pepper.
You got it.
And that's it.
And a Cuisinart.
And a Cuisinart and
right.
a partridge in a pear tree.
Now, what did people do before there were Cuisinarts?
My grandmother never used a Cuisinart.
Yeah.
I think there's something to the pieces of skin and the blood. I don't know, because my grandmother always swore that this would ruin the taste.
Okay.
And she insisted on doing by hand. And you always knew, like, especially around Pesach time, you always knew who cooked and who ate out based on what the women's hands looked like. If the nails were broken and the skin was all cut up, you know that
So they used a manual.
They used a box grater, and
Okay.
you just
Oh,
grate
yeah,
till
you
get,
just
yeah,
grate it. Oh,
until you get to
yeah.
your knuckles.
Oh, God.
My knuckles are very often.
Okay, let's.
Okay,
We'll
we're
prefer
not
this.
using that.
That's why they invented
Exactly,
Cuisinarts.
exactly.
To take care of the knuckles.
Okay, so I already grated a lot of the potatoes, but if you could bring those potatoes over here,
These potatoes.
and let's finish
And again,
those
they're
up.
soaked in water to
They're
prevent
soaked in
them
water
from.
to prevent the oxidation.
See how I learned?
Very good. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have answered it so quickly
right.
because you knew the answer.
Now, why do you want to prevent oxidation?
Because they turn an ugly brown.
And that's no good.
Well, it doesn't affect the taste, but it's
Okay.
just not pretty, that's all. Okay? You want to just put the rest of the potatoes in?
Here. Watch my knuckles.
Yeah. Hold that down.
Now, this
Okay.
is still not.
But it's all right because
shut.
we're going to put the onions on.
Okay.
The onions are going to go on top of those potatoes. Also, the juices from the onions are going to keep it brown.
All right. So the onions go in.
The onion, well, it's all right.
We
Don't
stick the
worry.
onions in,
Stick the onions in.
and we just. Turn it
Okay,
on.
turn it on.
Watch your hands.
Okay. And I think that's enough.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to put this, you notice I have there's some big pieces that got through. But you notice that I have a clean tea towel inside a bowl because we are going to drain the water because, potatoes and onions. Well, there, thank you. We make a good team. Potatoes and onions have a lot of, see, this is what I mean by the oxidation. You see
Oh,
that
it's a little
brown?
brown.
It's
So-
just a little, but
So you put a. Oh, I can sense the onions.
You're making
in
me
my eyes.
cry.
Yes. So you put a towel.
towel because, I'll show you what I'm going to do,
Okay. Oh, look at that.
because we want this to be crisp. I do this with latkes too because I don't want,
Oh, my
I want-
eyes are tearing.
I
from
know.
That's from the onions, right?
That's from the onions.
onions.
Actually, Mike said something to upset me before.
No, I did not.
No, you didn't. It's
I
from the
didn't.
onions. I'm joking. You
I
could never
never-
upset
I
me.
would never say
You
anything
could
to
never upset
upset
me.
her.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we squeezed. I should have done that because that's my job. Here, let me squeeze.
You want to squeeze?
Sure. I'll squeeze. Kvetch.
Oh, you see what I did? I didn't leave
You
anything for
kvetched
you.
everything
I
out
kvetched
already.
everything out.
But we want to make sure that we don't
you know what?
lose the.
Very good. So can you,
Yes.
can you beat those eggs? Beat the eggs.
Beat the eggs. Beat the eggs. Beat the eggs.
No, you know how to do it.
Yes, I'll beat the eggs.
Okay.
And I've learned that I don't hold it in my hand, right?
Oh, very
I
good.
am allowed to put
You can put it
the
down.
eggs down on the table, and it's not a table. What we call
The
this
counter.
a counter.
All
The
right, now.
counter. I have to learn the right
All right.
words.
No, I didn't do this very well.
So I am now beating the eggs. Naughty eggs, naughty eggs.
Okay, you could stop beating.
Beat them. Okay.
You could stop beating. Let me just dump this water because I need the big bowl.
All right.
Okay.
Did your grandmother do that too?
Through the tea towel? Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And did your grandfather beat the eggs? He,
I don't think so. My
probably wasn't
grandfather
even-
ate the kugel.
right, he wasn't
That's
even
what
in
he
the
did.
kitchen.
He was definitely not. Okay,
See,
stop
this-
eating. Stop eating.
Yes.
Pour it into the potatoes.
Pour this
Pour
into
it
the
into
potatoes.
And
Okay.
beautiful. I'm going to dump these fried onions in here.
Okay.
And
Are we finished with the Cuisinart?
we're finished with the Cuisinart.
Okay.